The question that scholars have debated since the dawn of time. There are 3 constants in life, they say: death, taxes, and people wondering whether or not a billion lions could defeat every Pokemon in a fight, because, man, I mean, that's a lot of lions. Though, of course, everyone that's played the games will have their opinions. They'll say, oh, Arceus is God. He'll just vaporize them all with his God beam. Or Groudon is the guy of the ground and he'll just bury them. Or Kyogre will just drown them. But I mean, that's a lot of lions though, so we have to think about it. And Asteroid, my friend Frank, has finally simulated it so we can find out once and for all, for certain, can a billion lions beat one of every Pokemon? And this will stop the arguments. This will stop the questions. This is the conclusion and the end of the arguments.
Dude, you don't get it. So it's like a billion lions. I mean, that's so many, right?
That's like a ton. It's a lot of lions. That's okay. Come on. That's a lot of lions. That's so many lions.
Hi, I simulated it. So we have an answer now.
Nice. I can't wait for this. I love Frank's videos. I mean, look at this. So you got Darumaka versus Lion. You got Magneton versus Lion. You got Meltan versus Lion, etc.
Yo, what's up?
It's Pokemon, no question. You could put 10 billion lions there. It does not matter. They have God.
They have God. We have Gardevoir can create black hole.
But when you think about it, the Arceus in the game and the Arceus the characters use is always an avatar of Arceus. At least that's how it was in Legends Arceus. It was an avatar, and it's not the actual omniscient, omnipotent, big boy himself. So, can a billion lions defeat an avatar of God? I mean, a lot of things can defeat avatars of God. You got all the different, like, series in fantasy books. Like, some guy with special powers or a cool sword can beat an avatar of God. So, like, I'm just saying, have you played Elden Ring? Just saying.
Cargu's hotter than the surface of the sun. Like, I don't know what the lions are doing to the sun.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Pokemon always win.
The first thing we have to do is set the playing field, because I swear, like, that is the biggest issue with this debate is
It's a nice shot. It's a really cool shot.
people will be talking about the anime logic and lore logic and Pokedex logic and in-game logic all at the same. It'll be in the same sentence. Like, Arceus in the games is very different than Arceus in the lore. I think he's a little fatter in the lore.
I think he is a little fatter, actually. I think he's a little chubby. I mean, if you're God, you can literally just eat whatever you want. In fact, you don't even need to eat. Arceus doesn't even have a mouth. He doesn't even have one.
Lion fans that are just yapping about lion ladder this, lion jacket that.
Oh yeah, the lion ladder. Yeah, so the lion ladder, if you're not aware of the lore around the a billion lions question, the lion ladder is a bunch of lions that will, like, grab onto each other and make a ladder, and they can get to God that way, and then they can kill him.
What is that? What is Lion Ladder?
So like
Move?
No, it's not.
We're simulating real battles here, where Pokemon
Yay,
have
look at
tangible
that.
stats and numbers that we can measure, as opposed to the anime and Pokedex entries or lore or whatever. We're not talking about that today, because, I mean, how do you even simulate? You can't. This is
I mean, yeah, of course, if it's God, you just delete. There you go. But if we use the in-game logic, what about that? What if they're actual
I'm
fights?
saying, man, a billion is so many, dude. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even see the Pokemon.
That's a lot. Come on, that's a lot of lions.
That's crazy. And then think about it this way. That's perspective. What happens if you put the perspective, like, on the ground?
That's true. That's them in their lion cube form. If they were.
The Lion Cube is unbeatable. The Lion Cube has power on potential. It has power untapped.
No.
There's a ladder in Frank's office. What does he call? Oh, is that to simulate the lion ladder? Look at this. Look at this freaking ladder here. Is this the lion ladder in physical form?
What are you talking about?
the simulator pits all 1,000.
Oh my god, Dialga is so big. Wait, I didn't realize Dialga was so big. Oh, Palkia is so
1,100
huge.
Pokemon in independent single battles against an endless wave of lions. It literally goes on forever until that Pokemon faints. That way we
Wait. How many Pokemon are there? There's over 1,000 Pokemon now. So how many Pokemon would each Pokemon have to fight? Are we fighting a billion lions per Pokemon? No, that can't be right. You have to divide them equally. Surely. Let's do the maths. I did the maths. So there's 1,025 Pokemon. So 1 billion divided by 1,025 means every single Pokemon has to fight 975,000 lions, 369.75 lions. I don't know how you get 0.75 of a lion Probably pretty grotesque and terrible and gory, but that's almost 1 million lions per Pokemon. That's a lot of lions, man.
You can measure exactly how many lions they were able to KO before going down. I tried to prioritize keeping the game mechanics consistent and not making any crazy assumptions. Like in this way, it's like the Pokemon are just randomly encountering infinite lions until they pass out, as opposed to if I tried to have them all on the field at once in like some sort of extended triple battle, like 1,000 v billion, like it just like.
Well, you have to think, like, if the lions are coming in one by one, that makes it easier for the Pokemon too. So instead of 900,000 lions versus one Pokemon at the same time, you got one Pokemon versus one lion 900,000 times, which is easier for the Pokemon.
How do moves even work? Like who could target who? Like it would have been a nightmare. He's a normal type. He's got Bite, Slash, Crunch, and Noble Roar, as well as these stats here. Now you're looking at those
Okay, I mean, those stats are not that great.
stats and you're thinking, wow, that looks exactly like Litleo's stats, except
Oh, that looks exactly like Litlio's stats. I was just thinking that, except I
you
wasn't.
just swapped the attack and the special attack.
Yeah?
If you notice that, you need
That's a crazy thing to notice, by the way. Who looks at these stats and thinks, oh, that's Litlio's stats? Nobody knows Litlio's stats. I don't think Litlio is anyone's favorite Pokemon. I'm sorry to say this. Like, I wish Pyro was cooler, but I don't think Litlio is anyone's favorite.
to go outside. For the ability I landed on Strong Jaw, it turns out lions have a bite force of over 1,000 PSI, which is 6 times the average human, or about 5 times mine. They in this bite
Sure, I mean, Frank bites so hard, obviously.
force quotient, which is a study that studies the bite force quotient, scientists found that they had unprecedented biting power, almost unheard of. It broke the scales. It was just embarrassing, really, for the rest of the animal kingdom.
What? The bite force quotient, this is a study that studies the bite force quotient. We found that their bites went crazy, unheard of even. No animal has ever topped this bite force, said Science Mr. Rick Muriel study on the subject. That's what the scientists are saying about the subject. No lion ever. That's what they're saying. Incredible bites. The best bites.
And it turns out they could bite through a car. If you got them all together, like on a weekend or something, like you get like 2 or 3 of them, they could.
Yeah, they'd get it done. Damn, this study looks like super real and things. Wow.
They could workshop it and figure it out. It's crazy, man. They got it's gonna boost his biting. I'm sorry.
What's wrong? I mean, that bite.
There will be
like
3
super
rounds of
accurate.
simulation, and whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 is the winner. The Pokemon have their regular
Dude, this is such cool editing, man.
movesets. They didn't expect a lion conflict today. No one could have predicted this outcry of violence.
Dude, I think Necrozma's gonna die like pretty quickly. Oh god, wait, what happened?
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
you know
no.
what? I'm not even going to try to build this up. The Pokemon lost, obviously, right? Decisively. I mean, they only killed about 7,000 lions out of the billion they needed to kill.
Damn, what? Dude, that's a lot of freaking lions, man.
About 25% of them, close to 300 Pokemon, did not kill even a single lion. And 69 of them, nice, did not even do a single point of damage.
So that makes sense. If you put the Pokemon up against the lions as if they are actual Pokemon, I mean, I feel like in the real world, a Pokemon is just like really strong, right? If you take into account anime force is crazy, but game force is different. In anime, you could just like fall off a cliff and you land and you're like, I hurt my shoulder. It's okay. I'll walk it off. In real life, you go, you're dead. That's it. You're dead. You're splat. You're splattered on the ground. Your blood is everywhere. Your brain is splattered. Your cells are all over the place. Your arm's over there and your leg's there. Your heart is gone. It's disintegrated.
So what happened? We'll be assessing each Pokemon's lion success based on their lion power level, or LPL for short, which is how many lions they killed before going down. First of all, if a Pokemon can't outspeed a lion or can't outdamage a lion, they are not getting far. I mean, Caterpie's Electroweb did basically nothing. You had Burmy with Hidden Power doing nothing. Magikarp
Whoa, what is Bummy? Oh, because Bummy's not in the game. That makes sense. So you made a sheet of paper. That's really
his
funny.
only attack. So that was kind of embarrassing. So you can start to see why the average Pokemon was only able to kill about 6.5 lions. I mean,
Okay, I mean, how do you kill half a lion,
we had a
though?
lot of Pokemon just weighting down that average. And included in those Pokemon were even some legendaries.
No.
I mean, Cosmog,
Celebi?
Cosmoem,
Oh, well, that barely counts.
Solgaleo
What?
did not pull his weight.
What? It's great. It's not even quad weeks to dark. Well, what does this thing do? This thing is a lion. Maybe it was maybe it felt bad. Maybe it was like, my brothers, no, I can't hurt you. And then, you know, it was like really emotional, and they all started crying. And then obviously Solgaleo just laid down and died, like in The Lion King, when spoiler, and he falls the spoiler, and then he gets the spoilers. And it's just really sad, really.
He went for Sunsteel Strike. It did about 90%, which is notably not 100. He also didn't outspeed because he was more invested in bulk. And long story short, a couple crunches kind of cleaned him up, which is really embarrassing, especially for a video about lions. The next
Okay, what if you fully heal the Pokemon after every fight, though? That changes things.
issue is RNG. Thunderous Therian tried to Focus Blast 5 times, missed 4 of them. And Bro got...
I know how you feel, Thunderous. It's okay, mate. I know exactly how you feel. It's so sad. I mean, that's really
nuked
depressing.
off the map. Same with Tornadus. Bleakwind Storm was not doing him any favors. So they both came out with very low LPLs.
This is such a cool
This
edit.
unbiased, third-party, peer-reviewed simulation is sponsored by Big Lion. we reviewed it. We looked it over. I'm sorry.
That sounds pretty legit. I mean, I've always known Big Lion to be very forthcoming with their accuracy in terms of reports and studies. I've never thought for a second that Big Lion would be biased in any way for or against lions, obviously.
I don't know why I find that so funny. Anyways, we're actually sponsored by Manscaped. I've been using their compact
Woo,
face
let's
shaver,
go!
the Handyman, for a couple months now.
I just used a Manscaped thing for my face. I don't know if you're supposed to use it on your face, but I did.
And it has unironically become my favorite razor. It's got dual blade skin safe technology for a really close shave. I literally stopped using hand razors because of this thing. Like, it completely salvaged the unmendable relationship I had with electric razors. And I wasn't surprised at all when they said 10 million men trust Manscaped, because
Hey, 10 million men's a lot of men, right? It's not as many as the billion lions, but that's a lot for a man.
9 million bot accounts. It's sleek, compact, airplane compatible, water compatible. Like, brother is an all-terrain vehicle. And it's not December, but it sure feels like Christmas with this exclusive deal. Go to manscaped.com, use code ASTEROID. You can get 20% off the Handyman.
20?
You guys will really like it. It's honestly a great razor. Back to the video.
Wait, that's so sick.
Aegislash had an incredibly poor performance.
Dog type move, right?
I don't think he did any damage. He didn't do a single damage. He tried to Toxic twice, missed both of them, and then just
Wait, why is he using Toxic?
Crazy, man. And even at the top echelon of Pokemon, I mean, these are guys you'd expect to be just nuking lion villages.
Just sweep.
Guess how many Ultra Necrozma killed? Guess.
Ultra Necrozma? It's got at least like 50.
100?
Surely.
200?
50.
17?
50.
Oh, you're good at this game. He only killed 17 lions,
17?
and it's because of this. It's because of bullshit. In a battle
Bro's
of
using
longevity,
Stone Edge?
anything that's not a guaranteed KO is a guaranteed loss. Issue number 3. Movesets. A Pokemon like Machamp, you'd expect to take the... Sorry, I was going to say... Am I going to say it? I'll say it. You'd expect him to take the lions to pound down. Shouldn't have said it.
Why?
Anyways, he got a close combat up.
Of all things he could have said, I mean, that was certainly one of them.
Lowered his defense, he KO'd a lion, and then that's it. His defense was down. The next lion that came in
He gets owned by a crit slash.
Sent him to pound down, I guess. Or you have Pokemon like Miraidon, who is objectively one of the best Pokemon of all time, only killing 2 lions.
No, I don't. Wait, how? What was it using? With Hadron Engine, you get at least 5 turns of Okos, surely.
Brother missed a Draco Meteor.
Oh, brother. Okay, this is exactly what happened in the World Championships this year. Oh, I was watching the freaking World Championships, the seniors. Oh, it all came down to a Draco Meteor landed. If my Miraidon missed a Draco Meteor in the World Championship finals, I'd be kicking us to the curb. I'm sorry. No more sandwiches. I need a new car. I'm getting a bike. I'll cycle to work. I'll get an electric scooter. I'll walk instead. I'm just not riding that thing ever again. The thing's going to the scrap heap.
Another, but it lowered his special attack by 2, as Draco Meteor does. And then he couldn't KO any more lions because his special attack was just shot. Like, moves like that, that normally would be extremely good in like a normal competitive battling scene, just suck in a battle of stamina, because this is not a Pokemon battle. This is a long, tedious war. I stand before you today in these troubling times,
my fellow Americans, billion lions,
to incite hope and encourage those who stand with Gurfy, a hero.
Yeah.
You see, Gurfy does not believe in the cyclical nature of war. He encourages those to stand against it
Because war never changes. We're never making Fallout 5.
and provide support and empathy to those in need. In doing so, he took a drastic action.
Oh no. Oh no. He Sudoku'd. Oh no. He blued himself, didn't he? He blued
By
himself.
taking his own life,
Yep.
Gurphy,
No.
a fallen soldier,
That's so
was able
sad.
to protect the wills of the innocent.
What a brave hero.
Thank you, Gurphy.
He saved them from one line of
Max
a billion.
Eternatus is the strongest Pokemon ever made, over 1,000 BST. He's so busted, you literally can't even use him in the games. And he killed a whopping
10.
23 lions.
Okay,
The signature move,
sure.
Eterna Beam, is really good, but every other turn he has to recharge, which meant that for every lion he KO'd, another lion would come in and just get a free hit. And I mean, to be fair, their attacks were only doing 6%. Like, he's tanking that. But over the course of a dozen lions, that does it.
Chi-Chi, shake my hand. As soon as the lion ladder reaches Arceus, it's over for everyone.
But ignore everything I just said. Everything.
Okay,
For the past,
sure.
I don't know how many minutes. Ignore it all.
all right, it's 9 minutes that it just doesn't matter, I guess.
Because the biggest issue by far is PowerPoints. Pokemon just don't
obviously.
have enough moves. Even if
Did you try and get your PP up? Did you try that? You need to make sure you get your PP. Always remember to get your PP up. It's very important.
every Pokemon had 4 moves with the max amount of PP a move has ever had, which is 64, and every PowerPoint KO'd a lion, at best they'd be able to KO about 280,000, which is 0.03% of the total lion population. So
That's not a lot of lions. I mean, it is, but I mean, there's so many. Oh, it's so many lions.
that's the ceiling, and unless they find a way to break it,
The glass ceiling.
foreshadowing.
Hillary.
Listen, I know,
Pokemon go to the billion lions and lose
the
apparently.
world's biggest lion enjoyer, but I'm genuinely trying to figure out any way that the Pokemon could win this.
They need to get healed. They need to get healed in between every single fight. If they're fully healed, then maybe they can do it.
Because, I don't think it's impossible. I don't know. Hang on, I got some ideas.
So there's an item in the game called a Lepa Berry that allows you to restore 10 PP. It's possible
You give them all Lepa Berry
to
harvest.
indefinitely restore Pokemon's PP in the same battle by consuming a Lepa Berry, restoring this item with the Recycle move, or the Harvest ability. The Harvest ability is really good because it'll allow the Pokemon that we set up with this to automatically get their berry back without them having to take a turn to do it, which means, they
This is actually a really good way to shiny hunt in Pokemon Omega Ruby and not Omega Ruby and Ultra Sun and Moon. Is you'd have an SOS method where they call on a friend. You could just stay in the same battle for 1,000 years and kill 1,000 of the same Pokemon until eventually one would pop up that was shiny because they had higher shiny
could
odds.
be 100% focused on offense, just kill the lion, kill lion, kill lion, kill lion, and then hopefully this sort of Lepa Berry plus harvest system works in the background, so that way they just keep getting attacks, and then that would make the infinite loop that they would need.
As long as they outspeeds and harvest never fails over a period of however many 10 turns, then yeah, you should be good.
To beat all 1 billion lions.
But there's only a certain percentage chance of harvest working on any particular turn. I think it's 50% of the chance? Is it 50%? It's something like that. In the sun, it's 100%, I believe. But if it fails, if you fail 10 coin flips in a row, you're still going to struggle.
But the issue with that logic,
Harvest only has a 50% chance to work unless it's in harsh sunlight, then it's guaranteed.
oh man, dude.
I mean, there's a chance. Listen, you get your Lepa Berry, right? And you pop it. It gives you 10 PP in a move. And then you have 9 turns to win 1 coin flip. That doesn't seem ridiculous. That'd be insane if you didn't land heads out of 9 coin flips.
I'm really trying to hit a home run for y'all Pokemon fans. I wouldn't know what that's like because, Lions for life. But really trying to.
Yeah, Big Lion is really trying to equalize the playing field out here. It's much appreciated. but it's not as appreciated as the money you'll save on gamer subs using code Patterrz to get shaker cups, to get delicious flavors, to get freaking, look at this freaking gamer seed, man. They do tea now. Listen, as a British person who drinks a lot of tea, that's amazing. That's fantastic. They sell snacks, they sell noodles and merch. It's incredible. It's links in the description, man. Use code Patterrz.
Swing this bat for y'all. The issue is we need to set up the sun to guarantee the harvest, to guarantee the leopard berry, to guarantee the PP.
I don't think that you
but
need to set up the sun.
We can't take turns to set up sunny day. Like we can't use sunny day because
Double battle. You make them work together.
that would just allow us to take damage, and then eventually the lions would whittle us down, and then the Pokemon would die. So the only way to set up sun automatically is with drought or desolate land. But obviously in this scenario, we only have one Pokemon individually fighting these lions. So there's not really an opportunity
Unless
for them
you
to
had
support each
two.
other. And I think even if they could, unless, you know what? No, wait, you know what? I think, hang on. Okay, who's the fastest here? I guess Tropius, maybe? No, he's slow.
Yeah, Tropius is really slow for some reason. I feel like it should have more
of
speed.
these Pokemon
I love
faster?
Tropius.
Oh, no, wait. I don't think any of them outspeed. Why are all these Pokemon slow as
give him-
balls?
they
They don't outspeed.
Give him a choice. Give him max speed EVs and IVs.
None of the harvest Pokemon will outspeed a lion. Because you have to outspeed. You have to. That is a bare minimum requirement.
A lot of the Pokemon that performed well were setup Pokemon that could use, a boosting move to guarantee that the rest of their attacks were able to guarantee KO a lion. It feels counterintuitive to have one of the moves be setup, because obviously you can't directly.
Because then the AI is gonna suck, and it's gonna, wow, Torterra killed 71? Oh my days, was that Shell Smash? That must have been Shell Smash Bullet Seed, surely. Goodness me. Alligator getting 64 lives? All right, hold on. We have Venezuela coming in with 64 kills.
Damage with that, but a lot of the setup moves, like Fillet Away on Veluza, who ranked in the top 8 of Pokemon, gave him the opportunity to KO every single lion with every other move. Same with Pokemon that use Calm Mind or Swords Dance, or especially Bulk Up. Dude, Scraggy went nuts. Brother killed more lions than Koraidon, Dialga, and Rayquaza combined.
Oh, what? Oh, that's actually insane. Wait, Rayquaza got 3 lions? 3? That's ridiculous. Scraggy getting 30 makes sense, though, because it can run Eviolite and Drain Punch. And if you bulk up Eviolite and Drain Punch, what are you going to do? We can do that. We can do nothing.
He was a menace. The combination of Bulk Up boosting his attack and defense, plus Drain Punch allowing him to kill lions while healing himself, plus Rest allowing him to heal himself, and Shed Skin allowing him to wake up early. It's just crazy, man. Like, it really goes to show just how busted, first of all, setup moves are, and second of all, moves that can do multiple things at once.
Oh, the lions holding items. Is knockoff doing more damage or less damage?
Drain Punch is insane in this format, as well as Power Up Punch being ridiculous. Okay, Frank, that's cool and all, but who killed the most lions?
Who killed the most lions? Oh, has to be some kind of setup mon. I'm going to say Dragonite. Dragonite with Roost, maybe Multiscale, D-Dance, Dragon Claw, and Jewel Wing Beat or something like that.
That's the highest LPL.
Dragonite.
Well, I would ask y'all to guess, but you literally would never get it right.
Oh, okay, wait. If it's out there, maybe it's something more ridiculous. Maybe it's an NFE and not fully evolved Pokemon. Combuskin.
It was Pharaoh Seed.
What? Oh my god, it stalled? Did it just stall? Wait,
I'm kidding. It's Zangoose, but
come on, man. That's still really impressive, though. What the hell? How did this
dude,
happen?
that's crazy, no? That's insane. Zangoose?
I guess because he has close combats, he has a lot of moves that would knock things out in one hit. He has a competitive set that allows him to boost his attack when he gets poisoned, like Guts, but then if he's poisoned, he's gonna die sooner. So how does this work?
I mean, he's not even a fighting type. Like, at the start of the battle, he was able to set up 3 Swords Dances, which maxed out his attack, and with the combination of
3 Swords Dances? Oh, it's over.
Facade, Night Slash, and Quick Attack, especially Quick Attack, which has 48 PP, some of the highest PP in the game, he was able to guarantee out
It's a big PP.
outspeed and guarantee KO 104 lions before running out of attacking moves. Now,
That's
what's
ridiculous.
interesting about this is
They did, however, need to defeat 900,000 in order for it to work. I still think if you just restore all the health and PP to full every single time a new line comes in, then you're working with something.
this is the perfect example of a Pokemon reaching the MLKP, which is the
The MLK what? The Martin Luther King. Max Lion knockout potential.
Max Lion knockout potential. And I think moving into round 2, the Pokemon really need to reassess, okay, how do we get the most amount of Pokemon to reach the MLKP? The interesting thing about all this is there wasn't a single Pokemon that reached their MLKP with 4 attacking moves. I mean, imagine, right? Imagine we could have a Pokemon that could KO a lion with literally every power point in their arsenal, not having to waste a move slot on a setup move. And then
Zen Headbutt's gonna miss 100 times.
take that and apply it to all
It's only got 24 PP, but it's gonna miss 100 times. Trust me, I've done the math.
1,000 Pokemon in the simulation. Like, you could do way more damage. I mean, they could do way more damage. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care.
He's part of Big Lion. He doesn't get.
Without any interference, the Lion's moves will never miss. No Pokemon is immune to them, and
they don't have eyes, which is like really impressive that they managed to land them all as well.
96 billion attacks. Like, yeah, some of them are gonna get through. All right, I've literally been thinking about this nonstop for the past, like, God, I don't know, 3 days. I think it has to be possible. I know I'm like I know I'm a Lion fan. It doesn't make any sense. I'm a Lion. I'm Lions for life. Roar. Go Wildcats. This is.
It's about science at this point. It's not about petty partisanship. It's not about one side versus the other. It's about what's right. It's about doing what the correct thing to do is. It's not about choosing a side. It's not about fighting for a team. It's about science and progress, learning, knowledge, and
Possible.
all the other dumb stuff.
This is possible. And I think I finally figured it out. The main issue is just finding a way to have infinite PP within the ground rules that we've established, right? And the ground rules we've established is that this is a single battle. So we have to like have the harvest Pokemon pretty much do everything. And then I had this thought, because up until this point, I've been like,
can one harvest Pokemon kill 1 billion lions?
All right. The harvest Pokemon needs to not only have longevity with the PP, be able to get infinite attacks, but the attack that it's using needs to be offensive enough and fast enough to be able to KO every single lion. But the question is, do the Pokemon need to
be legal?
KO the lions?
What?
I know.
What?
It's an assumption that has been like pretty consistent throughout this entire thing. But do they need to kill the lions?
I would imagine. Yeah, isn't that the whole
the
point?
lions could kill themselves.
Oh no, the lions need to. No, the lions are gonna seppuku themselves.
I'm losing my mind. So instead of trying to make a Pokemon that has enough speed, enough damage output, and also infinite PP, why don't we just make a Pokemon that is infinite PP and then also just has enough durability and recovery to outlast
to just
the
never
lions?
die.
Like, it doesn't need to kill him. It doesn't need to. It just needs to win the battle of stamina. Going in round 2, the Pokemon have.
Wow, that's gonna be a lot. That's a lot. 96 billion turns. That's a lot. That's gonna be more than that because they need to KO themselves too. Over 100 billion turns. It's a lot of turns.
Prep time. They can change their moves, items, abilities, stats, everything to make sure that they have the best possible chance of beating the lions. There's a thing in competitive Pokemon called speed creeping. Hang on. I know we're gonna get a little technical. Just put your seatbelt on. Anyways, the idea is you take the minimum possible amount of investment you can put into your Pokemon speed stat to just barely outspeed a target
We're gonna crash!
Pokemon, or in this case, I guess, a lion. So I made a program that would go through, find every Pokemon speed stat, figure out the exact minimum investment we would need to outspeed a lion, and then we could take every other stat point that's left over, and we could put it into their other stats, allowing them to perfectly optimize every single stat point.
Wow. All right. Okay. Interesting. I had done speed creeping in the past because I used to play competitive draft league, which would be like this very competitive format where you draft Pokemon and use them against battles with other people's teams over a period of like 10 to 12 weeks. It's very intensive, and you did a lot of speed creeping. You did a lot of distributing stats in such a way where you'd survive certain attacks, so you just have just enough attack to KO a Pokemon or have just enough speed, like Frank says, to outspeed something. So we're getting into the nitty-gritty of things now, just so we can kill 1 billion lions.
So, okay, yeah, the moves were a little more complicated. I mainly just got rid of all the damaging ghost type moves, right? Because they have no effect. I prioritized every fighting type move in the book. Like if a Pokemon could learn a fighting type move, especially ones with high PP, like low kick, or low sweep or whatever, like yeah, that was getting taught for sure. I got rid of recharge moves, recoil.
Wait, for every single Pokemon? Oh, Frank, this must have taken so. Please go and use this freaking Manscaped code. Please subscribe to Frank. Please. This man deserves it. That must have taken so long.
Moves at low accuracy, moves that do set amount of damage like Seismic Toss. I got rid of like moves that affect special attacks exclusively like Magic Code or Light Screen. Just really had no place here. But I tried to find a sweet spot between high PP, high base power, guaranteed accuracy, and you know, my sanity.
Good moves.
It was a lot. It was 1,000 Pokemon.
It's a lot of Pokemon.
Yapping. It's like, oh, it's a lot of lions. A lot of lions. Dude, it's a lot of Pokemon. Jesus, my f***ing wrist hurts. In round 2, the average
I was saying, this was taking so long, poor fella.
Pokemon was able to beat over 20 lions, which is a 200% improvement over the 6.5 average from the last round. This time around, only 103 Pokemon failed to kill a lion, meaning 169 extra Pokemon were able to participate just by changing the sets. And only 19 of those Pokemon failed to do damage, which is only 1.7% of the entire Pokemon army. They're about
Okay, good. But what are we thinking about the infinite loop?
50 more
that
Pokemon
work?
that dealt damage this time. So, round of applause. That's great. We love that for them. This was probably to be
let's
expected, but
go!
over 50% of the top 100 Pokemon were fighting type, and a lot of them had Moxie and Beast Boost and As One, like Pokemon that could boost their attack stat as they went. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, you know, you get +1, you get +2, and then all of a sudden, I mean, you are just steamrolling, and it doesn't take a turn to get set up. It had the benefit of setting up without the downside of losing PP. It was genius.
So how many do we kill? We went from 7,000 lions killed to like what, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000?
Quaquavel performed insanely well.
Good job,
With every low
Quaquavel.
sweep, low kick, and brick break, a lion fell. Even down to the Lepa Berries, giving him another 10 brick breaks. Bam, 10 more lions. Guess what? He's +6 with Moxie. Now, Wing Attack is killing lions. Wing Attack is some of the highest PP in the game. What will stop him? Uh-oh, maybe God. No.
Wait, did Arceus?
Not
No.
even God, I don't think. He started struggling. Guess what? The struggles
Still killing
are
the
now
lions.
killing lions because he's +6. But obviously none of this matters, right? I mean, they can hit their MLKP all they want.
Yeah, you still have to kill 900,000 lions per Pokemon. I mean, it's a lot of
and
lions.
it still would not beat 1 billion. What we need is the harvest Pokemon.
We need the infinite loop.
Okay.
Is it gonna work? How long would it take?
Oh no.
Oh no.
1, 2,
didn't work?
3. Yeah, it's not 1 billion. So none of the harvest Pokemon were able to beat more than 5 lions, which sounds
Oh.
miserable, but hang on.
Oh?
Tropius and Executor stayed on the field for close to 1,000 turns.
Oh.
Executor only lost because he got flinched on turn 880, then flinched again on turn 882. I mean, RNG happens.
Okay.
883, looking like a great time for a flinch.
Right.
884, okay, back to
Wow.
back is brutal. 885.
Oh my God.
Weather outside's looking
What?
very flinchy. Another flinch on turn 886.
What?
And then he got critted on turn 887.
Oh man, jeez. I mean, I know it's got to happen eventually, but if you just keep redoing that over and over and over again, there'll eventually be a sequence of events that doesn't have that happen. Surely it has to be a sequence of events that doesn't have that happen. Bite is the most overpowered move of all time, apparently. Bite can beat every single Pokemon.
Brother got 5 consecutive flinches into a crit. That's a 0.01519% chance
Just
of
run
happening.
it back. Run it back.
But you know what? When you have a battle with 800 turns, it happens. But the thing about Tropius' battle is he never lost.
Holy
What?
shit. Wait,
He's still
that's
going?
insane. He's still going.
Let's go, Tropius!
It literally broke the sim because the battle was that long. It's insane to think that just one little banana dinosaur could solo a billion lions.
Wait, he broke this. He could do it. He could do it. Tropius could be 1 billion lions. He could do
Lions,
it. In theory. Not in practice. We haven't done the study because the machine broke. But in theory,
Given enough time, resources, and a ton of luck. But it's possible. It's possible. And you know what? That's good enough for me. Thanks for watching.
let's go, Tropius! Tropius is the strongest freaking Pokemon of all time. It's so strong. It's forever. It's forever. Trophies is forever. It's forever for 100 years, for 100 years, for 100 turns, for 1,000 turns, for 10,000 turns, for 100,000 turns. Trophies is forever. And not as forever as you'll be if you subscribe to Frankie up to 300K. Not as forever. So that didn't make any sense. You can always subscribe here too as well.